Hello.
Yeah, everything's good.
Okay. Well, now it's saying that I'm on, so, but you guys are too. Please mute your phone, Lillian. Isaac.
Yeah.
You know the box. There's a box with. I'm trying to think how to describe it. It had been on that cabinet. It's now in the closet.
What does it look like?
It's a box like that one. Yeah, but it has all different colors of glitter paper, and I need silver.
Silver glitter paper?
Yes.
You don't want the box?
You do not want to carry that whole box in here. It's 100 pounds of paper. I mean, maybe that might be an exaggeration. Hello, whoever made it back. Are we still spinning? It's just you? Yeah, okay. Somebody has to go down with the Sunda. Yay!
I got you two, just in case.
Got me what?
2.
Just in case I needed 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
You never know. Maybe you'll mess up.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Such positive energy you have, Isaac.
Well, you know.
Hi, Pam. We were fine, then we weren't fine. Now we're fine again. Isaac just gave me 2 full sheets of glitter paper because apparently I might mess up. Tommy, come. Oh. Are we unspinning? Yeah, I'm asking you if we're currently spinning.
Oh.
Okay. By the way, I can say, since it's my kid, that I thought that said blue poop bear at first, and I was very concerned about somebody's issues, and now I'm concerned that it's my child with issues.
I misspelled it at first.
You did?
I spelled blue wrong.
She just didn't realize she's just managed to get her voice on the YouTube when she's always like, I'm not saying anything. People will hear my voice. Her cuteness yesterday was pretty epic because when we went to the rehab home, the little friends she was making it was pretty fun. Anybody want to take bets on how many of these little glitter things I destroy or like drag my arm through before the card is done? Here, I'm going to do it a couple times off on a piece of paper, see, because I've not used this one before, so I don't know their thickness or. Okay, not bad. Oh, Pam, did you ever order those fake stickles or whatever they were for Michael's? I'm asking because they're 40% off this week. And you know, I see stuff and think, uh-oh, I need to tell Pam. And son of a biscuit eater. That's very large. That berry is larger than the others. No, I'm not going to try paper. That's just asking for trouble. It's just going to be a bigger berry than the others. Unless Di has some secret. Yeah, all of the Christmas stuff is currently 40% off, which means if you were looking at that, it was that little 3-pack of Chris. Yeah, that's Pam.
Hi, Pam.
Can you hear her whispering, Pam?
I lied. I don't have a tiny duck, kitty duck.
Oh, and Lily's really sad because we didn't buy you the kitty duck yesterday because she said she might have one and she does not have a kitty duck. So there we are. Going to have to go back to Michael's to get you a kitty duck. Oh, new old friends. Not old friends. So, but Lily is not great with names. And so she was like, you know, the lady with the puppy pants, which, I mean, I knew who she meant. But then the sad part is, like, I don't know people's last names, but now, like, I met this adorable lady who is like the nursing home troublemaker, Marilyn. And she's hilarious. She tried to steal grandma's pizza when I got pizza delivered. And yes, my 101-year-old grandma wanted pizza. So grandma got some pizza. But she threatened to steal it when it got to the door. And then she came and sat with us for a little bit, and she does some crafting. And so she was looking at our junk drawer. And so I was like, oh, I need to send them cards. And I'm trying to decide if you can just put Jackie, the lady with the puppy pants. I've never known grandma to ask for pizza before today.
Really?
Yeah, Lily said that, and I was like,
She said that. She said, "Do you
oh,
want pizza?"
Phyllis said she always wants
No.
pizza. No, grandma does.
That was my mom. I
Well.
said, do you want pizza? She couldn't hear me. And she says, I always want pizza.
Because the whole thing started because grandma kept seeing lady go by, the housekeeping lady go by with the cart, and grandma was determined that the cart had pizza on it. And therefore, she needed some pizza. So, but also, I found out that my Aunt Phyllis had not eaten all day. See, I tried to fix it. Going to make it worse. All right, guys. Can you, on pops of color, can you hit them with the heat gun, or do they like spread out like crazy?
Try it on
On what one?
the tester.
The tester. Oh, okay. I don't know if my microphone does the thing that goes quiet, guys, so I apologize if. Hi, Bonnie. And no, it's not your Aunt Bonnie. Lily started to get real excited. Nothing personal, Bonnie. She's excited to see you as well. But Lily thought it was my sister. Well, it does a little something to it, at least to take the edge off of it, maybe. All right, how loud is my heat gun? Is it too loud, guys, or? Lily's going in their other room to see if we're too loud or not. It's kind of funny because
Gotta bring up the dogs.
it does cover up the sound of the dogs. Yay, some positive attribute.
I don't know how it is for headphone users, but
Um,
I understand.
the Lily and Isaac had a biological grandmother whose name was Bonnie Sue, and I did not know I had a biological sister until a few years ago. And so when we met her, it was just apropos that her name was Bonnie Sue. So like the kids, there's no not loving Bonnie anyway, but bonus points because she has the same name as their grandma did. So I would say, considering I was trying to use not standard colors, that I do like this embossing folder. And is it bright, happy, for a friend? What was the other? Bright, happy, for a friend. Oh my gosh, who else watches? Hi, Christina. Happy, bright. Oh, partial. So I have a partial image here with the, so. Did we hit them? Hit the target? Lily's cheering for me.
Tiny cups.
Tiny cheering. Will you put that back up on the ledge in the reds? So I found this paper the other day, and I don't think it was meant to be Christmassy, but I think I'm going to use it for like a Christmas journal.
Those are the trees you painted, isn't it?
Yeah, they're birch trees. I wouldn't say, yes, I kind of painted birch trees, but birch trees are like the ultimate cheater painting. I did some acrylic art where I don't know if you've seen people do it, where you tape off lines and you do the background, and then you take a credit card or something like that and you scribble in the lines, and it's ta-da, birch trees. So I made one that had my husband's and I's initials on it and stuff. What are you doing, Lil?
I'm standing.
Huh?
I'm standing.
Oh, Lily is directly behind me, in the creepy zone where you don't know what somebody's about to, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hi-yahing me now, guys. Will you grab the bags over there? So I got some fun stuff today. I definitely did not cut that right. Oh, Karen's asking how you're doing, Lily.
I'm very wet.
She's very well. And she's using correct grammar, so Mom is happy. Right? Okay, so I don't know that I will, whether I'm going to rehome this, like send it to somebody, but it was too cute to not kidnap today. Lillian, silence your phone. So I got that cute thing. Makeup sponges for, craft painting and whatnot. These are meant to be like cards you could print on. But I think as like inside of a journal or journal covers, cool.
I'm sharing this with both James and Harley.
Hi, Jenny. I got some, I'd never heard of this. 7 Gypsies, book covers, journal pages. A chipboard album. In the beginning, the Lord created chocolate and he saw that it was good. Then he separated the light from the dark and it was better.
That seems like segregation. I'm not.
Oh, Pam, look. Does Pam make it back? Was it an embossing folder or was it the linen look thing? Was it a stamp? I just ordered it this week, but I found this old linen look background stamp. And like I said, who needs a whale tail punch? Oh, and this is for my father-in-law for a to-do list now that he's retired.
That is so accurate.
It's all fun and games until Papa wanders into the chat. Right.
Should I share it with
Right
him?
here, Papa. Sure, Mom's talking crap about you again.
Actually, no, he takes pride in his lawn.
And his beer.
I don't know about his beer, but definitely his lawn.
I mean, he does have Miller Lite signs all over the garage.
He also has some questionable decor.
Yes, we won't just. But Lily's trying to take us off topic
We
and
don't
onto
need to
the questionable.
traumatize,
We're not
Karen.
traumatizing Karen.
Karen.
Yeah, she's very sweet and innocent, right, Karen?
Karen or a different Karen?
A different Karen. Karen McCoy, who just asked how you were, and you said you were fine.
I'm doing
And I
that.
said, don't talk to strangers. Now you're talking to strangers.
You're talking to strangers too.
Our neighbor Karen is also the good Karen. She's pretty amazing. So this is a little tiny corner punch, guys, for $1. And I mainly got it because I use the same size corner punch most of the time. And my little 3-hole one is always getting lost. So that guy can stay on my desk. I say that like he won't get lost even on my desk, but it's a nice Sometimes I have nice thoughts. And then expect your Christmas cards to come with pretty labels this year.
You can write Christmas card.
Why would I need to write Christmas card? I need to write addresses on it.
Oh, I don't know how cards work.
I don't think Lily's ever mailed a physical item.
Have not.
All right. And then I don't even know what's inside this, but they're cards and they were cheap. So Lily's excited. She doesn't know what it is yet, but she's excited.
Well, that looks like a pretty dress.
Yeah. Well, it says the Tarot of Forbidden Dreams. So I'm going to hold them away from the camera when I first open it in case it's not suitable. Like I don't need anybody's pearls getting clutched. We're still in prime time. Stuff happens on Pam's channel because it's after midnight.
Pam.
Don't get trapped in the cords, Lily. Oh no, where did I put the card and is it covered in stuff?
Probably.
Here, card, what are you underneath?
Oh, no, it's up there.
I put it someplace safe, guys. Oh.
Yeah, those are not appropriate.
Not suitable for work or YouTube. At least not.
You don't want to be demonetized before
Right.
you're
I haven't even been monetized.
Oh, wait, Mom.
What, Lillian?
Click that real quick and see if it mutes you. Because if you
I
do-
can mute me.
Oh, okay. Well, then when you
I'm
do that
not.
stuff, you just-
Move what?
No,
Oh.
once the ears block.
I don't know. That thing might. That's what I was trying to figure out is if it. And then this is a Heidi Swap spray stencil. I don't know what the difference between a regular stencil and a spray stencil is. But
Spray on
has anybody noticed my daughter's just as snarky as me?
that one. Wonder who I get it from.
She's patting me. I should feel bad, but I'm also proud.
I'm
So
sorry.
anyway, I don't know. I think this can totally go on the, you can use it to stencil with ink or on our gel plates.
I don't know. I guess I get extra
All right,
credit in Reef's class for participating. I just don't have volume control. And I say snarky stuff.
The Rabbit Tarot. I'm also going to look at this one because now that I've seen the other one, Lord have mercy.
You don't get to know what's inside.
I know if it's appropriate, I'm sharing it, but that was traumatizing.
Can we show them the back of the card? It was pretty.
Well, I
And
think,
appropriate.
well, yeah, here you can see the back of the card. So if I audit them, alter them, they'll be beautiful. Oh, wait. Nope.
Oh, those are.
They're not. The backside even needs a modesty box. Lily. Before anybody worries about my poor child being exposed to inappropriate things,
I'm middle school.
she'll be 15 in like a week. And the things she hears at middle school are way worse. And I at least can have a discussion with her that's like, that's not appropriate.
Oh, well,
Oh,
like
okay.
I'm not calling you a child the whole time.
Well, we know.
Oh,
So
those are
these are
cute.
freaking adorable. And Pam, are you there?
No, I'm still here.
She may have passed out.
Oh,
She's
is that
she's
normal
out.
for them?
No, it's not normal.
Oh,
for
okay.
Pam. She's house shopping today, though.
It's like, is that concerning? Or...
Fine.
I mean, hardly.
She's in California. Nobody would notice. Look at this bunny. I don't know if you can see it here. Let's see if I can.
We did not. That was not premeditated.
Well, it was not premeditated.
She said Cheryl knew it was inappropriate.
Oh, I didn't. That's why I didn't put it on the. I looked at this when I was at the store.
Oh, she surely. I'm just.
Oh, well, she at least knew when it was like, oh, we should definitely not post that. But Pam, I bought an extra set of these for you, and I'm glad that they're appropriate. What?
The tulip.
Yeah, I had a moment where I thought it was.
just like kind of looked
Okay,
at
stop.
it. And was
Stop it. It's not inappropriate until you tell people it's inappropriate. Okay, what in the flying rats patootie? Why is this rabbit riding a goat? Lily, you don't need to read every time my computer tells me I need to update something because it's constantly trying to get me to update something.
Buddy.
Tommy.
That's cute.
If you guys find Asuda annoying, blame Lily because she's supposed to be down there keeping her quiet.
There's no more fun.
Lily.
But she tries to lick me to death.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, I think these might be the most adorable, like, altered cards that we can ever. Oh, and the back is just bunnies and carrots. And does that make it a tarot card instead of a tarot card? I think the goats are going to have to contact their union.
Is that like slavery? Because like,
I don't know. You could argue the same thing about us riding horses.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
but-
different species.
Right, they're different species, but that's all. But they are both ruminants, so they're actually more closely related than people think. Oh my gosh! So I'm a Libra, so this is super funny to me.
What is that?
What in the flying? I almost said rats, ASS, and that's a rat. Am I spinning or anything again, guys? Aww.
No, you're not. Oh.
This doesn't end well, guys. You know I have... Just like Ben-Hur. Welcome to Newport Walmart. What the frick? Is there rabbits riding goats in the Newport Walmart?
Concerned for your Walmart.
If there are rabbits riding goats, that is not the place you need to live.
It's like,
I wonder if he thinks he's hiding.
yeah. It's like when the bears hide behind the tree.
Because your voice is the microphone is right there, so you're actually closer to the microphone than I am because of your height. Like you're standing and I'm sitting.
I'm short now.
What? No. Also no.
That one's cute. Wait, is he hugging her?
It's death.
Oh. Bad rabbit.
I cannot with the goat riding. Goat roping is a whole different thing.
I'm gonna just
Paint me like one of your French girls.
way more than I should.
I cannot with that movie. It makes me cry, and I don't like that whole
I
thing.
watched it like 6 times over.
What is wrong with you?
They're cute, okay? I mean, they died, but they're cute. Jack died.
Yeah, because she let him. There was room.
There was room.
Who thinks there was room on the door for Jack in the Titanic?
Or he could at least have found something else.
I know, Di. It was just a joke, but the black rabbit in the death card had some gnarly toenails, so he was up to no good for sure. Yeah. Well, in itself, death isn't always. We were one of the discussions we were having yesterday with my grandma being sick and being 101 3/4, is that it isn't necessarily bad, that it is part of the circle of life, and that if everything grandma believes for her whole life is true, she has been a good and faithful servant, and her reward is there. So it is not just sadness we feel about somebody being that age and having had a good life. And
Doesn't want to watch any more people die. That would be
right, yeah, and grandma has said she's ready to go be with my mom because she doesn't want to watch any more people die.
Tommy, quit eating your feet.
Tommy.
Don't look like I'm always eating all that meat.
All right, so I also
Apologize for that. Okay, this may have just exposed him, James. I said
stop. So anyway, I got this opera music book. I didn't even look at the date. If I look at, a lot of times if I can find stuff that's old enough that I can then scan it and share it, that makes me happy. And then I think part of this may have to go to Frida. Oh my Lord. Hold on. I'm going to hit mute so I can tell her to go downstairs. Okay. Anyway. I'm not sure why I thought this was adorable, but
Proceed.
okay. Isaac went down to sit with Asunda, so she'll be quiet. Yeah. And then these, I mean, $1 isn't the cheapest thing in the world, but it's their original. And this one I got because saddle your blues to a wild Mustang. And
In memory of yours.
coyotes howl in droves, you loco, helps you make you lose your cocoa. So, cymbals for guitar, chords for ukulele and banjo. That is hilarious. And it looks like it's all here. And I may have to make my friend play this before we use it as background paper. And then of all the stupid things that I got, this was, somebody had made this at some point, like it says as a coupon book. I don't know if that's actually what it was made for. And I don't necessarily love the paper, but that's Karen. She was reading your screen name. And something like slapping paint on paper can be a little difficult for her because she's dyslexic. So everything, like just like all of our names running all together, makes her brain go backwards. But this, so somebody put love and time into making this. And while it's not something that I'm going to use as it is, I just think it would be kind of a cute thing to turn into like give it a new life. So whoever, handmade by, is that,
It's an S.
is it an S and an S?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, whoever it is didn't think through World War II history before choosing their, I mean, they probably didn't choose their initials anyway, but that's when you throw in that middle initial. Oh, and Lily was super excited. Can you see if you can find those little tiny cards, the cardlets? They're in that, the drawers. Tommy, stop eating your feet.
I mean, they are, but that's found. Yes.
If they're not there, they're in the van in the,
And what about the hangers?
it's right there. Up. Just bring the whole drawers. So I did not buy these tiny cards because I need somebody else to make us tiny cards, but because I thought that is a really cool idea and we're going to expand on it. Like I'm gonna use the envelopes to make, and I can't believe that people without the uncreative people are paying apparently large amounts of money as this, but I guess you could make this as a card and then also hang it on your, like on a present. So instead of a tag, it would have this little cute little card, but
Also in the store, she said we.
who's we?
Asian.
Yeah, we.
Yeah. So they're witnesses now.
Yes, because she wants to help me work on these. So I think using like your little paper and making tiny little cards like this. Now Lily's yawning. So good news, everybody. We're all going to start yawning. She kept me up till about 3 a.m. What's yeah knowing about? Am I on Top Chat and missing crap?
No.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Nope, didn't miss anything. Just apparently drinking.
Oh, there's no 3 a.m. coming.
Yeah, pretty much everyone was up at 3 a.m. For us, it was like serious conversations after having spent all day, like the emotional roller coaster of, unwell aunt and grandma and all of that.
Oh, yeah,
No.
It means no.
I know what it means.
That's what that comment was.
Yes,
She
yes.
was
Oh, okay.
asking. It's question.
So yeah, no, it's no, nah, yeah, yes. Pretty
Whatever
much,
the
you're right.
last one is what it actually is.
But you're sorry. Lily somehow, even though not genetically related to me, inherited my inability to modulate volume. So anyway, I thought these were super duper cute. And if you were not a card maker, they would be a fun thing to add if you like adding to junk journals and stuff. But also you could make like the cards where it's like a double card, like a little card inside of a big card. But I will probably make some of these into tags. But I mostly wanted, obviously I could just measure and make envelopes like this, but I'll unseal one and go from there. And hold on. Can you see this, Pam?
Hold on. Still showing.
What? I know I'm aware that there's a lag. At some point, Pam, you're going to have to be when I log on, you have to tell me where the thing is to change the lag time because I've looked and all of the stuff I've seen, it's not there. I mean, obviously it doesn't mean it's not there. It means I just didn't see it. So you might want to add that to your cart with your faux sticklets. Mother of 2 dogs. There was also another one that's little stamps, and it's apparently still in the car. And these were little shaker ornaments, which obviously you could use as ornaments or just stick them on the front of your cards. I have some similar ones of these that I got on clearance, like at Ollie's, and I painted them. I just took acrylic paint and painted them whatever color I wanted. Can you see these? Yeah, I know. I had been waiting for them to actually get them in store, Karen, because every year I end up with some of their paper pads because there's always something adorable and something. But for me, the little poodle was the deal breaker. I mean, like I had to have it. And so I try to wait till it's in store and so I can physically flip through and not just look at other people's flip throughs. Also I want to wait till it's at least 40% off. I mean, I used to try to wait till it's 50, but what I figured out is that it doesn't always make it before it sells out. So I like this old Santa. You want to go get the paper pads
There are.
in the vehicular mode of transportation. And this guy. I need like a, there, that might be less obnoxious. Look at these gloves. I'm not sure what they have to do with Christmas, but my grandma had, first of all, she had the world's tiniest hand. She was 5'1" at her tallest. So like by the time she was elderly, she was 4'11" and wore a size 4 shoe. So the tiniest hands. And so she had these adorable gloves. And when I was a little girl, they fit me. Like they stopped fitting me long before I was an adult. But I always loved them. Ooh, some of them are vellum. Okay. Can I tell you that as a dog groomer, this poodle's feet are from 1970 because you're not supposed to trim the paws above the back of the paw pad. So this is exactly what poodles in 1970 looked like, including in order to get them smaller, they bred Maltese in there and their ears stand away from their bodies. Like if I brought out a photo book from 1970, that's exactly. So it's a very retro. Pam. I know it's not an orange kitty, but I wonder if he could be an orange kitty. Hold on. He's vellum, so on the right card, he's a little bit orange. Yeah, and I bet if I colored on the back, like with an alcohol marker, we could definitely make him orange. And this one is paper, so he definitely. And he looks like he's a troublemaker. Oh, the other day I saw what appears to be the dad of the little orange kittens I saw a couple weeks ago. And so I know that they're out there someplace still. So I'm still eyeballing. So I'll let you know if we capture little orange baby kittens. Yeah. I'm impressed. Lily shut the sliding glass door without any curse words because generally that's how you get it to shut. It's a super duper heavy old wood sliding glass door, and like we cannot even find the parts to make the rollers work correctly. So it's like a workout every time you open the door. I understand having to do that with their feet, but like if you're doing a poodle with the little like the legs longer like a lamb trim, we try not to do it quite so crazy high. I say if a dog is going to be in a mess, like, you know, my own standard poodle, when I competed with him, he was in a gorgeous long haircut. And then once he was retired, he was however long I felt like I could deal with, which was pretty stinking short because I have a farm. Somewhere, I was trying to think, I said that. I think I have a photo of Duncan and the standard poodle here handy, but of course you see something 100 times and as soon as you're looking for it, it is not handy. I'll set it by the computer the next time I see it, so we'll have it because Duncan was about a 3-year-old and my standard poodle was bigger than him, and it's one of those old-timey photos. So I got this set primarily for the Swan. Oh my gosh, obviously. Lily did the thing push on the back of my chair where you feel like you're going to flip over. And because she's young, she doesn't have fear of death from flipping over backwards. Vale, do you have a different screen name or did you just have multiple? Are you trying to be stealthy? I will make some cards, but it'll probably be just as much in journals. And like this unicorn, I have a feeling the person behind me will steal it.
I'm more the deer.
Oh, that she's
Reindeer.
going to steal the reindeer instead.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the paper pack that went with these just because it wasn't my. Yeah, they're stickers, Lillian.
Need a tree there now.
She's stealing the tree instead.
My phone needs a tree.
Your phone needs a tree.
Mm-hmm.
The tree might be a little big. And then this goes with that other original set. These are. Hold on. Yeah, Lily's current stickers she has stolen from me.
No, you gave those.
I
back.
know, I'm teasing. Uh-oh. Yeah, but we're not putting it on until you
Take the nasty ones off. Yeah.
yeah, and I have destickification stuff in the bathroom.
You're going.
Goo Gone, yes. I was like, destickification spray.
I'm not putting it. I'm not putting it.
I have Goo Gone in the bathroom because once in a while I have got to have a come to Jesus meeting with my trimmer because I just do everything right on top of my trimmer. Yes, you, Vale. Because I don't ever think I've seen the Vale .6. Ow.
But like, I'm not gonna fix my phone until it's more Christmassy season.
Right.
I don't give in until we can listen to Duncan music.
Oh, yeah. We have rules about Christmas music around here because Duncan will do his best to convince you to sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on every single day of the year. And so we finally just went, no, it's not November yet. So the rules are no Christmas music until November 1st. And I was okay with, I was pretty like that anyway, because I worked retail for a while and they start Christmas music in October. And it was like, I'm like, oh, say, Here Comes Santa Claus one more time.
No, it's spooky season.
Right. Spooky season is pretty epic.
Okay, spooky season.
And I don't know that some of these I might put aside for not Christmas because I have so much Christmas stuff. We won't discuss how many bins of Christmas stuff I have. Oh, there's something missing in the stuff. There's another bag because it's got a little packet of paper and it's a gift for Di. So is that it? Oh, for Christ's sake. Never mind. I thought it seemed like it was a little light. I'm not going to make you guys go through all of this. More paper, more paper, more paper.
No.
Speaking of Christmas music. Oh, upside down. I figured you were saying Belle. I just didn't know if you had multiple accounts because you're trying to be sneaky.
I got some questionable stuff on one. Or just secretly famous.
All right. See if it's in there. It's little. Oh, and this was in all those little mini albums that they had. I spent like $40 at the flea market and got a boatload of stuff. Oh, there it is. Do you want to see your present, Di, or you want to pretend to look away? And it's nothing exciting. I mean, it's more exciting than nothing, but I'm going to send it with your card. But it's not like, it's not, I'm not sending you a new car or anything fun. You wouldn't want a new car anyway, an old car. So here's the little, I'm assuming that whoever had it at the flea market got it on AliExpress or something, but I didn't figure that mattered. And it's almost like rice paper. This one kind of trips me out. I hadn't looked through them. I just bought the package. That was Lily's water bottle. Nothing, but that's a dogwood right there. underneath all the rust and stuff. So if there's maybe one missing from there, Guy, nothing to see. Dogwoods were my mom's favorite, not flower. It's not a flower, but flower. Favorite plant. So anyway, rusty, grungy cuteness for your birthday. And like, while this little thing is obviously just it would be fun to turn that into something too, I think. I mean, that's what we do as junk journalers, right? And then these were just big honking paper clips that say joy and this and forever and, you know, stuff. These need to go back in the drawers. Hey, Lily, will you put these back in that set of drawers so I don't lose them? Like, whoop.
And which of these drawers?
Yeah, the drawers I just took them out of.
Oh.
Oh. How many dictionary pages do all of my friends want? Can you guys see the price?
That's sad. You're gonna tear that apart.
It's not sad I'm going to tear it apart. In a lot of cases, it would end up in a landfill. So let's see. I mean, look.
Look at the side. Show them the side.
The side of what?
Show them the other side.
Oh, these are not 15-year-olds. They've seen that.
Well, it's neat.
It is neat. When I was a kid, my grandma had a giant dictionary. Actually, her dictionary is probably here someplace. But like I used to sit and feel how soft these pages were. Look. Now I'm beating my child on abuse. Looks like 1956, this book. And these first few pages are that beautiful. Let's see if they all are. They're Bible page kind of paper.
We're taking the metal out of here.
So anyway, everybody, Christmas, you're getting dictionary pages. Chondrotomy. Chrysoberyl, a yellowish mineral consisting of a compound of aluminum with a little iron. Pam. That's Vale talking to Pam.
Oh.
Oh, cicada.
I don't like cicadas. It's the only bug I don't like. I have beef.
You have issues.
Mm-hmm. We have beef. One time.
Oh,
I don't know.
the dodo bird.
One time when I was little, one jumped on my back.
Lily is going to need counseling about this.
Cicada thing, yes.
Ep-
Epiphany.
Only you would read that and think that is, I mean, it is what it says, but it's in ease because whoever it was figured out where it actually should be, because that's not, I was like, what in the world?
Epiphany.
Lord have mercy. It's right here. See, that's how it's supposed to be spelled.
No, it's not.
Okay, it is, but all right. Fatima is. What is that? Well, it's a proper name. I just was trying to. Oh, the favorite daughter of Muhammad, the last life of Bluebeard. Also, Fatima of the Seven Veils in the Ray Stevens song, because that's the dumb stuff that sticks in my head. All right. I can. Lizard. Sorry. For what it's worth, I used to read the dictionary when I was a kid, so this is not news.
Oh, I found there's a bookmark.
What? There was a bookmark in it?
Not really. It's a twist tie.
Okay. Whoever owned this was potentially one of us, because this was their bookmark. It's a long twist tie, like a bread tie, but why do they do this? I cannot be the only one that finds it real annoying that of all the places to put a sticker. Okay, I'm going to try the heat gun before I try any more of that. Oh, woolly worm.
Oh, it's like the one that we found the pee on.
They don't need to know about the woolly worm peeing on you. And then this was in clearance at Michael's. Have a good one, Karen. Because somebody, when they cut it, somebody cut the first sheet of paper. Because I'm not going to cut it up anyway, right, guys? Let me see how I get this in the camera. Hold on. I am going to see if this will zoom out just a hair. Oh, for the love of Moses. No. Holy friggin'. I'm trying to make sure we don't go so far that they can see the trash on the floor. Not really, but.
I mean, the trash you threw in my face. Yes, that trash.
Yeah, the trash I threw at you because I'm so abusive.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, guys. Earthquake. So, Pam, have you figured out how you're going on live tonight? Oh, and now I'm on the wrong, still on that instead of Mercy.
Wait, we should get
Awesome, Christina. Halloween story time. So this is, I don't know if you can see that that's shimmery.
Bye, Christina.
Lily says bye, Christina also.
There's no butcher your name there. Hey, you're kind of like
What?
you're salting their eyeballs.
I'm assaulting their eyeballs?
Yes. Flipping it up real fast.
Okay. Everybody, I'm sorry about your eyeballs. Lily is very concerned for your eyeballs.
Yes.
All right. This is annoying. Yes. You can't see the bottom corner. So Duncan made me shim all the papers, and he was most excited by the birds, which is funny because in real life, he's terrified of birds. He's with you, Pam. Yeah. Look away. Mushrooms. This is not the paper pad for you. Although, look. Lily had to touch it. Lily is also one of us, by the way. She has to touch the paper, like feel it. Is it shine? You know what we all do. Like, I think sometimes people walk past me when I'm at a flea market or whatever, and I'm touching book pages. They must think I drink. They're like, that lady. But I mean, look, Pam, without these guys, look at the coffee ring and the.
What are those guys?
She doesn't like birds. Look away. I kind of appreciate that they have sort of matching solid papers, but I think if I'd have paid the full $20 for it, I'd been like, really? I have solid color papers. I want pattern papers. And I like this because pretty much I do find it that like if you cut it in half and you use that end, all your writing is upside down. What's wrong?
They are creepy. Okay, real birds or like printed on birds?
She doesn't like real birds and therefore printed birds.
Okay.
And like Vale is here, so we don't discuss the arachnids.
I can cover your arm because
I don't have an arachnid on my arm. It is an invertebrate, but it is not an arachnid. Oh my gosh. I should get Pickle tattooed on my arm.
yes, you should.
Pickle is an animal, not. You call them Betsy. You call birds Betsy?
Bestie, maybe?
I don't think.
Man,
Oh my gosh. The lag on this is ridiculous.
it is. Arachnids.
Oh,
Oh. Maybe it's just
around here it's pretty much Fred. Is it Fred and Frank? Even though most of them are boys. But we have Brittany,
Mm,
FF,
mm,
Puppy,
and Bob was the
Bob the Builder. He's in there. Cookie is the one that didn't make it. And then Pickle.
But she's a vinegaroon.
Yeah, Pickle is a vinegaroon and therefore invertebrate. I don't think an arachnid
Hold on, I got off.
because they're a type of whip scorpion, and I can't remember if they're arachnids or. It's Itsy Bitsy Betsy. Yellow roses. Can you move the? How many people raised their hand for library or for book pages dictionary pages for Christmas? And then this is the peppermint plaid from Michaels, which some of it's pretty just plain, but like we all need some good background.
Okay, I got off and back on. The lag is better.
Who?
I got locked.
Okay, well, you were probably behind. It was funny because I was showing Duncan the papers today and he was wearing pajama pants like this and it made me laugh. So lots of plaids and peppermint. And then, does anybody else feel like cutting stuff apart and using the stuff are separate hobbies? Like, because sometimes I just sit down with scissors, like sit on the couch, fussy cut stuff so I can put it in envelopes and then possibly use it someday.
Sorry.
What? Lily's throwing things at me. In case you ever were worried that it's one-way abuse in this household. It's not. I'm going to back out a little bit more again.
It's my hairpin, aka a scratchy stick.
That should get us on the page. Okay. I had to make sure the inappropriate tarot weren't on the screen. Very funny, Lily.
It is. What'd you do over the weekend? Traumatize lots of people
We
online.
traumatize people on the internet. What's it to you? And of course I can't come any further this direction. I've got to get a different setup for my camera. I found it at Goodwill, so it is what it is for now.
Pulling this a bit towards up. Close your eyeballs.
Yeah, hold on, earthquake. This part, oh, hurl. Too close, a little too close. Ugh. Still not getting that corner. Oh well. What are you doing, Lillian? No, we're not moving the whole thing. Nope. Nobody, nope. My monitor is sitting on a shelf that would cause death to everyone if it falls. Hi, Juju. Oh, no, that was Lily was doing something on the other side of the desk. And it does, my chair does need oiled, but I don't. She was crinkling paper on the other side of the desk behind. My desk has, like, you could sit facing the back side of my computer because it's a table, not a desk. So she was over there she was going to try to move the computer back so then we could move the right, but you would have to move the. Oh, okay. Hold on. Everybody close your eyes. But see, the problem is it's still, but now it's the same problem. Same problem, just in a different spot. So I would say, like, I don't know, do you guys get paper pads and go like, okay, well, I like a certain percentage of those papers. Is it worth it? That's why generally I buy stuff at 40% off because a lot of these are just going to end up like background papers. But if you're making journals, like what you put on the cover underneath what you collage and stuff, sometimes it needs to be somewhat wah wah. But this one I like.
Try squaring yourself.
Lillian Sue Workman.
I fixed it.
That's it. I used your whole freaking government name.
And then I fixed it.
But now I'm crooked. Hi, Terry. Lillian says hi. Hey, Lily, why don't you take it all the way away so I just don't have to keep moving it. Don't hurl it out the door. That's inappropriate. Yeah, there's a lot of them that I will use. It's just that I have a lot, when it comes down to just patterned paper, I have a lot of that like plaid-y, patterny. This one is the delicious one with the poodles. Poodles aren't delicious. The paper pad is delicious. I'm aware of.
You don't know.
Okay, no, so. And I don't know why, because generally I'm a traditional color person, but the pink, because I guess it's just 1970-ish. I like it. Yeah, did you find a house yet, Pam? Come on, chop, chop, get your butt back home. In other fun news, my ex-husband, who has been married once since me and divorced again, came by today to get his dog groomed, and he and his new girlfriend are looking at houses together, and he doesn't learn. Like, when they break up, it'll be the third time he's lost a house that he got a mortgage on. I'm like, buy a house in your own name so you stop being on the street. Sorry, he's not actually on the street. Please don't think I'm my poor ex-husband's unhoused.
And then you're laughing about it?
Sometimes karma's funny. It's not always funny, but sometimes karma's funny.
People feel like, but there's at least a limit.
Hi, Lori. Did your card make it? I know it was late. I'm a slacker. Or we could argue that I'm trying to extend your birthday joy.
Is that the neighbor's yelling? I don't care.
It's probably the neighbor's kids yelling, as for usual.
Man.
No, it's the neighbor picking up his mail. The mailboxes are all on my side of the road, so when the neighbor picks up his mail, instead of walking to it from his side of the road, he drives his very loud diesel pickup truck right outside our door. I mean, in the scheme of things, it's not a big deal, but sometimes it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to watch Pam on YouTube here. What, Lilia?
You don't sleep. You get on me for not sleeping.
I'm an adult. I can do what I want.
And then you complain about it.
You've ruled out Lincoln City and Depot Bay. Is that where? Never mind. No Depot jokes. Cute gloves. I'm assuming some of you have seen all these paper pads, but I don't know. Again, buying the thing, playing with the stuff, separate hobbies, using the stuff, other separate hobby. And I think I might cut some of these up and just use them, like use Marion Bright on as a sentiment on stuff, because it's almost too pretty to just be background. That's funny because I'm like, there's nothing in here I can use as a centerpiece. And then when everything's a centerpiece, I'm like, what am I going to use as background? I bought, let's see, there was like 5 or 6. I bought the snowman one, which used to be called like Frosty or something every year, and not Frosty, I don't remember, but they've stopped using that title. A gingerbread forest. This one is Holly Jolly. That one's peppermint plaid. And this one is this. They have most of them at 6x6s as well, and they're almost all identical papers, but with smaller prints, which have their advantages for card making. But I tend to still buy 12x12 because when you look at how much you're paying per square inch of paper, it's a better deal. So even if you end up using half of it and donating the rest to, like, I'm sending a bunch of foam pads, what's that paper called? Like fun foam, kids glitter fun foam, to Lily's resource teacher at school. Miss Denny.
Best friend.
That's it. You just doxed Miss Denny.
What's that mean?
I mean, telling everybody where Miss Denny is. She's friggin'.
Yeah,
She might be.
Send her some love.
Yeah, we should send her a bunch of cards.
Yes.
But what if she's in like witness protection and now everybody knows where she's at?
My school. That's so much
My school.
information.
Okay.
I feel like that's a lot of information.
Well,
Not.
actually, most of the people on here probably have access to my address.
Oh, that's lovely. They go to Martinsville schools then.
No. Yeah, that's true.
Miss Denny.
Lily, breathe in your nose, out your mouth.
In my mouth, not your nose.
Yesterday, poor grandma having to wear an oxygen, like she doesn't normally wear oxygen. So,
I was talking about Dr. Owen.
but
Being
chill.
crazy.
So she kept knocking her oxygen tube off of her nasal cannula off of her nasal face. And so she's like, we'd go to fix it. And she's like, stop it. My nose is running. And we're like, your nose is running because you're messing. You feel like it's running because you're messing with it. And she's basically whatevering us. But then she starts to like, it wasn't really choke. So don't anybody panic that we were, but she has allergies. Thanks a lot, Grandma, by the way. And she was doing the like kind of cough thing after we'd had pizza, and she was trying to clear her throat, but she was trying to take a deep breath to feel like, that panicked feeling you kind of get. And I'm like, Grandma, you're going to need to breathe through your nose. That's where your oxygen's at. And she's looking at me and intentionally breathing through her mouth. And I was like, I know where my personality came from. Just right this minute. Like, you can't make me.
If I didn't love her before, I love her a whole lot more now.
And then we're trying to take pictures and I'm behind her and I was trying to get Tommy to lay down so he wasn't in the picture. And she's like, now what's she doing besides talking? Lori, that there is no time limit on our journals because it's art. And I was thinking today, I'm like, here's the problem is like right now, I want to be doing the fall stuff. I have lots of cute fall stuff. But if I want to make all the Christmas cards I want to make in order to do the ones I donate and the ones I like send myself, I have got to start now. Plus, if you don't buy the paper, then it's all gone when you want it. Hold on. close. My 2-inch punch won't work. I think I have a 2.5. If not, I definitely have circle dies. But this one, the kid's grandma Kathy is their great grandma. She is totally into gingerbread, so I am going to make her gingerbread. Okay, can anybody tell me why there's fur in the gingerbread forest?
I'd say fur coats, but you.
I hadn't noticed it the first time I looked through it because I wasn't in this lighting, but well, yeah, and that's what I was saying, Lori, is like sometimes you just like it's only just for my happiness. I've been doing a planner and a composition book, and it's nice to have something. I just throw whatever I'm feeling like for the month. If I want to do Halloween stuff all over the October calendar, I can get it out of my system and I actually finish something, and it makes me feel like, not everything's just half done. These could be kind of, I think, cute, like covers for ring bound little mini notebooks or something. And again, these are some basic, like if you have to make men's cards for men. I'm not sure what got the dogs going again this time, but Isaac's down there. Hopefully he'll stop it.
What?
I don't know. I can hear Isaac telling him to stop barking.
I think it was Dad. He's
Dad's home?
Working,
Oh, yeah. Isaac is getting old enough now that sometimes when he talks, I think it's Tom. And sometimes when Tom talks, I think it's Isaac, because when his voice isn't cracking, he's got, a grown-up voice, which is ridiculous.
And now you can get up and go away.
Siblings.
What? He's super nice. What?
You don't have to out your brother's not niceness on to
Pam,
all
he's mean.
to all 8 of my friends.
Pam, he's mean to me. And
Oh, Vale, she wants you. Vale, Lori, everybody.
Yeah.
Isaac is mean to Lily. That's what she wants you to know.
yes, so I'm not supposed to out her, not him, to people online. So just you guys need to know.
Don't tell anybody. Gift tags are a nice thing because then you can get it done. What, Lillian?
He's on the live.
Who?
James.
Uh-oh. James, I know where you live.
She doesn't actually. She's just creepy. She could figure it out.
Guys, Lily's boyfriend's in here if you want to threaten him.
Don't do it. Spam takes
Cooking,
me
break,
down.
baking crew, served fresh every day. Are we baking the crew and serve? Do you just cut tags yourself, Lori, or do you use like a die? Or so I'm looking at my dies that I've literally never used. I'm like, oh, I have tag dies. I should probably drag those out at some point. Can you go around that side and see the tags between the banners and the ovals? Get the biggest one. I told you not. I was trying not to get you to go that way because if you fall, we all die.
Well, I'll take you all with me.
All right, if we all die.
And
Oh, Lori, there is like these things. I was thinking if you put them on in front of a tag, you could easily make it like a shaker to go on as an ornament. But I was seeing
I think James said
James left.
no. I think he said,
Yeah, these are
no,
just.
we're not cooking the crew.
Oh, we're not cooking the crew.
Oh, he texted me.
Oh, he's texting.
Yeah.
Tell him either join the party or eat a bug.
Well, I spammed him until he joined. So
Yeah, I think the 6x6 pad, which I did get in this one, is it over? I think it has stuff that will fit in this. Let me see if there's any smaller. The fur thing is still getting to me, guys. I still don't understand. And then I have, will you grab the tag, guys, that are on the front of there? That second shelf, right hand side tub, which should be the second thing in. Down. No, that's the first shelf. There. Just hand me that whole step. No, don't hand me the whole box. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lily just pulled out a whole box of dyes, not realizing that a whole box of metal is heavy. This, that, and that. Oh, I forgot. I also have this, which may be the right size for all of the. Pardon, Lily?
Another walrus tail. Walrus.
Here, I'm going to cut a piece out of that awkward fur because I won't miss it. Oh, or this green. In case nobody's figured out that, obviously you guys aren't like completely, but yeah, sometimes you're like, I don't know if that'll fit. And you try to figure it out. Just cut a piece out of scrap and then you know if it'll cover. Like, so that cooking crew would fit into that punch. But I have these. Yeah, they're, so you can make paper ribbons out of those. What? That, it's to put the hole. So like if you make a regular tag, maybe if you come off the magnet, you can put it into the, or just add a hole to it.
Just left.
We made him leave.
I don't know.
Nice, weren't nice enough to James. Good job, guys. I mean, that is horrible. How dare you? Oh, yeah. So this is just I don't remember what brand this is. I would have gotten it from, my brain just went in complete, I don't know who I am mode. Scrapbook.com or something, like a generic off-brand.
Oh, he's still here.
Oh, and then this is an old tags thing that this is made to go on the front of a.
There's somebody else left.
Uh-oh.
So we're at 8.
Well, yeah, but we had Karen was going to cook and then somebody else was, so sometimes people don't say they're leaving because they're already in the balcony, so they don't feel the need to be like, bye, hosers. Bye, Felicia.
I thought we weren't cussing on here.
Hoser is not a cuss word.
Oh.
I feel like, who raised you if you think hoser is a cuss word?
I don't know. I just know I shouldn't call people at school that.
They're so oppressive at
They
school.
are.
I had a real problem. Like at one point, Isaac was being bullied at school and this kid was bullying him and telling me he was ugly and stuff. And I'm like, all right, you're going to go to the principal, but I'm going to tell you what you need to say in response to shut him up. And I'm like, so when the principal calls me and they're like, did you hear what Isaac said? And I'm like, you might just tell the principal not to bother calling me because I'm the one that told you to say it to shut him up. That is such a horrible thing. Why would Isaac say that? Like, but it wasn't like this kid was mean a couple times. This was a kid who was a bully. He was a bully to a lot of people, like getting into fist fights with kids much smaller than him, including Isaac. And at one point I just am like, well, it's going to go badly either way. At least I'm going to teach Isaac to like fight back with his words in a way that, Isaac could never have fought this kid, any other, well, I didn't want him to anyway, but like, even with, it just wasn't good. And I was like, well, he's not going to stop until he decides being mean to you doesn't work well.
That's why I'm not bullied, because I'm a bully to myself.
Well, that's the other Lily. Lily learned the trick of if you are mean enough to yourself, I don't think mean is the word, that like when you're like, you make jokes and people are like, I can't believe she said that. Then it's hard for them to get one over on you because
then you agree with them.
You're like, they're like, you're ugly. And you're like, well, I can see how you'd think that. I can see how if you had eyes, you would think that's true. Oh my goodness. So anyway, oh, I was going to tell you, Pam, if you can find them, there are balls at the Dollar Tree. Lily's not sure she appreciates being my child all the time.
Oh, I most definitely do appreciate it.
So anyway, shall we try to fix this coupon book? Anybody else got any exciting stuff going on tonight? Am I blocking other people? Am I live blocking over here? No, I'm
Is
gonna
that
have
a
to
real
use.
turn, Mom?
No.
Okay.
Lily, what is that sound? Lily is the queen of pick up random things and make crinkling sounds. So that then I'm like, did you hear that? Am I imagining things? Nope. Nope, it was Lily. What do you think? Christmas or we do something, we pull out something fall, guys?
Fall.
Lily says fall. Anybody else got a vote? So you did figure it out, Pam? Lillian, put the piece of paper down.
Paper doesn't make that sound.
Oh yeah, paper obviously doesn't make that sound, but you know what I meant, poser.
Pam's going live in an hour.
Okay. Fall.
James says fall.
Okay, can't do fall. James said do fall. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Where is mine? In that,
Oh my God, that's
Lily,
Huh.
in that box over there, I think is my fall for swall.
her benefits is display. What am I doing?
Oh, for the love of Moses. Lily,
Like you didn't point to a pile of boxes.
the box right there.
You know, I'm a good spot you and Daddy.
Drama. Where is it? Well, that's a drag. Well,
Fall, that's all. No. Oh, fan.
maybe I put it all in together. I don't know. All right.
Is card lady a person or should I be a card lady?
Okay, what kind of card? Half of an 8.5 by 11. So you cut the paper. Which do you want, top folding or side folding? Here, Lily, take this. That is real heavy. Side folding. Okay. So like a standard card. You cut the card at 5.5 on the 11-inch side. You got your paper there, or do you need me to? Here's one from earlier, the half of one. So
This paper smells good.
would you stop?
Well, you never told me where it was.
Just set it down some, like put it in that box or something. All right. So you have 5.5 by 8.5. Are you writing it down or doing it, or and then score it at 4.25? Or if you don't have a scoring tool, just carefully fold it in half. Tom just pulled in, so the dogs are barking. So because they think they haven't seen him in 5 years, the same amount of time, oddly, that Pam is going to be gone. The number of times recently I've contemplated how I would insulate between the downstairs and my sun porch, because there's literally like where the downstairs is underground and there's like this much gap of airspace that allows the dogs to sound like they're funneling their bark into the sun porch. And I'm like, I wonder if I could cut a hole in the wall and put spray foam insulation in there so I don't have to hear them, because it's like they're barking into our face. Okay, I guess I can ask you guys if you want. Cute pumpkins, fall trees, flowers. That one's a bit into, that one's something I might want in smaller. Or pet plaid. Yes, Lillian.
So I can call him because it's almost time for me to not make any more of those things.
Okay. Pam, did you get your card taken care of?
Goodbye, Pam and others.
Et al. Pam et al. Lily says bye. So this is interesting. Next question. Do I disassemble and reassemble, or do I just cover it? No. Did I miss a memo? Which thing are we answering no to? Sorry, I drink too much. Anybody who's worried I don't actually drink too much. Probably don't drink enough. Oh, are you wanting a mat for the front of a card? So, card base, 8.5 by 5 and 8 1/4 by 5.5 scored. What are you doing?
He was asking if it's wet.
8.5. Now I have no clue what's happening.
Nothing.
Oh, card topper size. How much border do you want? Scored at 4 1/4. So that makes your a full-sized card front is 4 1/4 by 5.5. So we'll call that 0. Mat 1, if you want a 1/4 inch, is 4 by 5 1/4. So but if you want, do you want less of a border than 1/4 inch? So you do 1/4 inch, it'll give you, you're actually get an 1/8 all the way around like that. So if you want more of a gap, you just make it the next size smaller. So you just keep going down 1/4 inch. I'll see if I can find the, I have a lady who, if you send her your email address, she'll send you like, it's like mat 1, mat 2, mat 3 for if you just need to cut down card fronts. Lay down, buddy. Good boy. So Pam, did you hear me say that I got an extra thing of the rabbit tarot cards for you? Oh man, I almost want to run this through my sewing machine because it is not very, after I add to it, it'll be fine. And yes, I did just tear that edge down there because it isn't going to matter in the long run because it's going to be covered, that part. And I watched a video today where the lady was talking about it. Since journals, you have to decide whether when you're like redoing, like do some of the gluing part of the way and then put it and let it, that way you don't have that pulling thing or the scrunching thing. So I'm going to be trying that for the next couple of days, is trying to glue a little at a time, see if it affects how your journals lay. She said a little ago, Jenny, that she had ruled out 2 places and liked one other place, and then they're looking at a third one, or 2 more. I don't remember, but I think ruling stuff out is definitely a important part of most processes. So. I wasn't saying she couldn't answer it herself. I just didn't know if, since she's asking about card front, she's probably multitasking right now. If I had to guess, as a fellow ADHDer, I'm guessing she's doing more than one thing right now. Oh. I have never been, I can say that I have officially been to the West Coast because I've been on airplanes, and that's where I've gone before I flew someplace else. But I've not been to the West Coast. Having grown up this side of the Mississippi, it was just never a thing. I mean, it's not that we were avoiding that coast. It's just that we did all of our traveling on this side. All right. Do I disassemble and do a better job, or do I keep going with just covering? And tell me I'm not the only person who's ever rescued somebody else's half-done journal because I felt like it was sad that it was abandoned at a Goodwill or something. Okay. I was very worried about your nails. I'm glad you came back for it.
My nail is falling off. So,
It's not her real nail, guys. Don't panic.
yeah, my
Uh-oh.
real nails are stubs. Okay, good.
I do not. Okay.
It was on the live.
Sorry, I did the thing where I got a text and it was from a family member who is older and a little bit like, sometimes when I hear things from her, I assume it might be something bad happening. And instead it was that she had gone to a football game and sent me a video. So I just had that moment of panic for nothing. Is Juju still here? I know she's in the balcony. If she is, she's in the balcony, but I feel like she needs to tell me what the secret to having like the energy she has to bring the energy to my lives. Because I'm like just chill. Well, I don't know that I'm ever chill, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to sing Bless the Rains down in Africa because you just said that. I don't even know why that came in my head, but it just did. You guys should be so grateful that anytime the songs that jump in my head, I don't just share them out loud. Who are you interviewing tonight, Pam? I know you've said a dozen times, and if I was a decent friend, I would remember, but here I am asking again. Becca. Okay. Like Becca that we just had the hop with, or is it a different Becca? I sometimes feel like I'm still out of the loop and don't know who all's who. Okay. Well. Right. Like they put different stuff in the hooch where she's from, I think. Like sometimes especially at the time of night she's on, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have that energy like at noon. Yeah. Puff, puff, pass. Stop hogging it to yourself, Juju. I'll meet you at the border. It's not legal here. I should, did you? Uh-oh. I didn't say hi to Naruto. I didn't realize that I saw somebody vote fall and got so focused on finding my paper. I didn't say hi, Naruto. Well, we came a long way tonight. Lily got not shy about speaking to you guys. It does help that, like, I feel like she feels like she knows some of you. Hi, Patty. So, Patty, I see people spell it that way, but I don't know for sure if is it your name spelled Patty, Pattie, or is that like Patty and then E whatever? So that way I'm not misspelling your name whenever I say hi to you. Your mom did it. Rude. No, it's not a bad thing. Sometimes, it's not a spelling thing as much as it is like it's part of your screen name and then people think that that's part of the spelling, but I had never seen you spell it. So I was just checking. I actually had the conversation with Lily yesterday because of her issue with trying to remember names, that a name is the first thing you're given. And it's like the only possession you always get to keep unless you go into witness protection, but that's a whole different thing. And that for a lot of people, it's really important. Like, I'm Cheryl with a CH. And so few people actually do spell my name right. Like we've joked about keeping all the receipts I get from places where they spell my name in ways that I don't even know how you would try to make it spelled that way. Like, I don't know on what planet you thought that was even a word, even a proper noun. That's not one. Hi, Zippy. Your floaties. You must be younger than me. I got my own floaties. It's just my bat wings. You just add air to them before you go swimming. All good. Her first name is Oof. Oh man, I remember wearing floaties when I was a kid, and you know how they would stick to your skin? Imagine actually putting floaties on with our old lady skin. I vote no. 5.5-ish. All right. It's not even meant to be a pocket, so I don't have to worry about it. I love the Pampire thing. You missed it the other day, Pam, when I called you Pamela a ding dong, but whatever. But then I realized that it could be, people would think I was calling you an actual ding dong and not just making a joke about the song. Veil of Darkness. Veil is pretty dark. Canadians being all mean and stuff. It's in their nature. Sarcasm, by the way, guys. Sarcasm alert. I need a sign instead of like the be right back sign. I need a sarcasm alert sign. Warning, sarcasm in action. Isaac now gets sarcasm, but he struggled with sarcasm when he was younger, and I would make a joke and I'd be like, you don't want this soup, it's awful. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he would just like not, and I'm like, no, for real, it's actually really good. Why did you say that's in? I got poison ivy like a month ago, and like it's healed, but every now and then I'm like, why is my arm itch? Oh, because it's just trying to remind me that it is in fact still there. I cannot wait to get the new blades for my trimmer because on this paper, it's not doing the fuzzy thing, but every other paper I touch, fuzzies. Oh my gosh. And then user error. Sarcasm is forefront on your, or mean. Maybe I need a shirt that says Snarkosaurus Rex. Today, a thing that most people wouldn't think about with working with animals is that, some of these animals, I watch them when they're young. I take care of them. And then they go and get old. And sometimes I have to be the person to tell the owner that they're not seeing how old or how bad a shape their pet is in. And, nobody wants to realize that, but grooming can be like a pretty stressful thing for pets. When they're starting to get senile, don't understand what you're doing. And so I did this dog, Benny, and I did him as a puppy. I groomed him for 4 years. Then they moved to Minnesota for like 3. And I liked Benny. Benny was enough of a cool dog that like I would go, man, I really miss Benny. And I actually did one of his litter mates too. So I would see his litter mate and be like, man, like this dog's cool, but Benny was stinking awesome. And Benny has gotten it's been real rough the last couple of visits. And like trying to explain to an owner that, if nothing else, we probably aren't going to be able to groom him anymore because I'm throwing things again, guys, because he's the whole time he thinks I'm hurting, like I'm trying to hurt him. And this has been a brilliantly good dog. When they moved back from Minnesota and they came back, he was so excited to see me. It was like he'd been waiting. He'd been to other groomers in Minnesota, and he was just like, I don't know where my Aunt Cheryl is, but you're not it. And so having him completely freak out when I try to shave his face and scream and yell, I literally wanted nothing more than to lay down and take a nap after I groomed him, because it was like a family friend being sick. So, and then having to tell Carol, the dog's owner, that he was having a hard time, and so she has some adult children and they're really struggling with it. And I said, well, this is a point where, as the mom, you have to decide whether if Benny's suffering, you have to make the right decision, even if people are going to be mad at you about it. Your video is got 4 like, or it is still 4 minutes behind. Sometimes mine, if I'm on my computer and I just move my mouse, if I'm watching somebody else's video, it's like it scrolls backwards. And then everything I do ends up moving the video back and forth. And I just have to log out and come back, because if not, I'm like, why? What's happening? Didn't I already see this? Or I'm like, people are making comments that don't make any sense to what's going on at the time. All right. This SS person was weak on her glue game. Which is okay. I'm planning on covering most of the stuff, but so the stuff that can't be salvaged, like I'm just going to take the pockets off, because I was going to try to save them, but they're not wrapped around or anything. And they're kind of, I don't know how to describe what she's done here. I don't know. But, oh, Lori, that is, we lost a couple of puppies in the litters of which the one puppy I kept, Othello, is. We had a litter of 8. One of the boys died before 24 hours, which isn't unusual. And then another one, day 2 or something. And again, I don't, like, the rescue kept saying, what are their names? And I'm like, I was taught not to name puppies until they were like 4 days old. And because you just don't know. And it's not to say you don't love them. It's just harder. It's harder when you have to put their little names on the holes you dig. And so then we lost one at 4 weeks. As soon as I started giving them additional food. Oh, thanks, Lamont. Lamont is all about nails. So I like it. I went fall. This is as close to red as I can get without thinking that there's blood someplace whenever I'm working on animals. But Lori, this puppy, I named her Desdemona, which is Shakespearean. And she had, apparently, when we did the x-rays, because she got pneumonia, so we did quick x-rays, and she had almost megaesophagus, but it was more like just a tiny version of that. But at that age, you get pneumonia, and it's awful. And it was the worst few days of my life carrying her around. I carried her around in like I went and got a baby doll front pack, like where a little girl might carry her little tiny baby, baby doll. And I carried her around in that. And I was bottle feeding her, and I was doing everything we could. And then that was awful. Like, because she hadn't had a chance to even exist. So I think I'm tough. And then tiny puppy, and she was the cutest stinking little, almost all white little. We joked that Mama Dog ran out of toner while she was making the puppies, because we had some almost all black puppies, some blue puppies, and then like it was like half blue, half black as far as the litter colors went, and then this less and less spots as she had her puppies. Right. Well, it's definitely a positive way to look at it, but it can be hard. It's hard to adult and like not just be freaking honked off when things don't go how we want them to go. You know what I mean? Like, I just want them, but then I also, like, as when we're at the vet clinic, the vet was asking me what all we were, what there was the rescue willing to spend and yada, yada. And I'm like, it's part of it is I love this dog. And actually I adopted her on paper after she was put down that way. She didn't die without a family. But the shelters are lousy with pit bulls and pit bull puppies. And at the time, the reason I was fostering litters is that they were putting down puppies the day they were born. Because the shelter was full of parvo. And so it was either put them down before they suffered or wait till they were suffering and then put them down, and continue to spread a disease that was killing the entire, like the elderly dogs and the puppies in the shelter. So it was one of those, like, how do you justify spending $5,000 to attempt to save a puppy who is, she'd known 4 weeks of normal. And then I don't know, it was a lot. But it's funny because I don't let a lot of humans get close to me in a way that affects me like that, but the animals. So Desi is buried next to one of my heart dogs, Camilla, who is buried. Like I couldn't even bury her at the back of the property. She's buried about 20 feet outside the window I'm sitting at because I wanted Camilla close to me all the time. But Camilla had been a mama dog and was found with pups, and I adopted her after the pups were adopted. And so I put Des with a mama dog for the rest of, eternity. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let's see. Can I salvage whatever she did with this pocket? Let's cover that up with something else. How about these? I don't like these flowers enough to be in large quantities, so I need to use them for something. You think we use that for this pocket? And anybody who's like, well, this is the most depressing live I've been. It's not meant to be. Like, I don't ever think of it that way. It's like you said, you give them life the best you can give them. And, if you're lucky, you end up with a dog like Tommy, who was a foster fail, who came back to me. Like, he literally was like, I'm not staying with those new people you sent me to. I belong to you. And like, he was in St. Louis, and I had to drive 6 hours to get his butt back because he refused to bond to his new family. They tried for 3 months, and he was like, where is my mom? And when I picked him up, he was like, don't ever send me on vacation again. Lori, I don't know that you can be proud to be no kill in a world where, like, some of these dogs are not okay. Like, Adler, who he's okay here now, but when I got him, he'd been at a shelter for 2 years, and the amount of trazodone he was on just to not be, I mean, he was still pretty crazy, but to not be where he hurt people crazy was insane. And the fact that they were more concerned about saying they would never euthanize a dog than how suffering that poor guy was. And it took me 2 years to get him weaned down where he only has to have trazodone at night or during storms. Let's see. I'm trying to think how many foster fails I have here. Well, Asunda was a mama dog, and she is a little bit nuts. And I kept her because Lily adores Asunda. But Tom doesn't even know we foster failed Asunda because he doesn't know I ever officially adopted her. He thinks that the rescue just sucks and can't seem to find her a home. Adler's a foster fail because as soon as I got him, I'm like, he's never going to be okay to go. He's the kind of story where he goes to the wrong home and he either gets abused or hurts somebody. But I have 6 acres and the ability to get him trazodone if he needs it and yada, yada. And the patience to know sometimes it takes the 2 years he was in the shelter. He needed at least that much time to heal. And he just now, it's 3 years later, he just now put on enough weight that you would think he was being fed properly because his anxiety just made it so he couldn't gain weight. And let's see, who else do we have? Chopper was, technically he's a foster fail, but that's because he was considered unadoptable at the shelter. So I had to get him through the rescue, and I had to do, then the rescue had to adopt him to me. I couldn't get him straight from the rescue. From the shelter, because he was food aggressive, because he was half starved. I'm food aggressive and I'm fat. So I can't imagine if you starved me and then tried to reach your hand into my food bowl the first day you get me at the shelter. Tommy is kind of technically a foster fail. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. Evelyn, I adopted. Chopper, Connor, I adopted. I'm having to walk through where everybody sleeps in my mind, so I know who I'm thinking about. Yeah, so Sunda, Tommy. Oh, and technically Othello is a foster fail, but he was part of a litter I raised. So I usually don't keep a puppy. But after we lost Dez, we sort of talked about that we had 2 elderly dogs that we might want to keep one of this litter. He was born New Year's Day on my sofa. So, he kind of gets a. What kind is your foster fail, Lori? Yike. And where did you say where do you live? That I know I just sent you a card, but let's pretend that I have a brain that doesn't forget that kind of detail. Because I feel like most places, the answer to what kind is your foster fail is bully of some sort, because the shelters are just, oh, for the love of freaking Moses. Look. I didn't look close enough, and we're just going to put a stripe down there as if it was meant to be. I'm looking at what washi tape is nearby. Christmas, spooky Halloween. Nope. Oh. I do not have house cats for reasons of being able to breathe. I love cats, and if I could have a cat, I'd have a ragdoll cat like yesterday. And at some point, I'll probably decide death is worth it, and I'll have a cat in the house. But also having bullies, I think that since I do rescue, you see a lot of people who they're like, they get along great. And it's not that. A lot of times accidents happen because they're playing, and even if you have big dog, little dog fights. And like you said, if you work in at animal welfare, you know what I mean. If the number of times you see dogs come in because they were playing with one of their housemates, and then it got too rough and somebody got hurt. And then instead of the owners figuring out how to mitigate it, they just take one to the shelter. So mother of 2. I can do this. I can find a piece of paper that fits there that looks good, right, guys? Wonder if I could make these match. Or come here, little piece of paper. I didn't realize using those weird teal colors would make it this difficult to try to. Totally on purpose, guys. So Lamont, where are you from and all that? 2 cats, 2 dogs, and 14 chickens. I love chickens. We had chickens for a really long time, and then our chicken coop was just too close to the woods. And of course, my husband decided when he built it, he would build the posts into the ground. So moving the chicken coop would involve literally cutting it off. I think I sent you something, Zippy, but I don't know that it was too exciting. You and Lori are like birthday twins almost. See, totally was meant to be there, right, guys? I have to tell you, I loved having all the mail I got from our ginger cat group friends, because I just don't, most of the time I don't get much physical mail. Like my grandmothers both were physical, birthday card people. One is not with us anymore, and grandma's 101 and is a slacker. Just kidding, by the way, guys. I mean, I think at 101, if you don't want to mail cards, don't mail cards. Although I have to say, I think if grandma could still mail cards, or if her memory was such that she would absolutely. All right. I need to find this SS person, and we need to have a come to Jesus meeting about her craftsmanship on her thing here that I'm trying to fix. Okay. Do those colors go okay together? I don't know. This with the lighting, it could be anything, right, guys? Obviously, the brown's going to go with anything, but I can't decide if it's got some yellows and greens. They're not, the greens aren't the same, but I think they're close enough to fake it. Yeah, Lori's was, now why was it I was thinking yours was more recent? Did we have another Lori whose birthday, did I send you a birthday card way off set schedule? You don't have to be a crafter to like cards, girl. You're here. You entertain us, so you can not craft all you want. Every time you come in, you make me smile. Like, I have never had you come in that you didn't, like, your name is perfect. You zip in, make us all smile. I measured this like 2 minutes ago. Now I don't remember what the width is. Hi, Dana. You hanging out waiting to go over and see us at Pam's? I'm over here rebuilding a journal that I found for 75 cents at the flea market, because it's like an abandoned pet. I had to rescue it. I think I'm going to do it like a cover page, so I cover all the dumb. 5.5 plus a half. So let's just do 6. Have you ever rescued a journal, Dana? Like, you just were like, I can't leave that here. Nobody else understands even if it's not the way I would want it, that the love that somebody put into that. And then I'm going to use my very fancy measuring method here, put a crinkle in it, and then cut it. This is the second one that I pulled one from the shelter that is Goodwill once before a journal. And I have looked at it so many times, and it is put together in such a frustrating way that I don't know if I can fix it or if I'm just going to salvage the papers that are in it, because it was decent paper on the inside. But I find it funny that even occurs to me that we should rescue these guys. So, are you guys cool with this? Is it too much, or should I just go with the all brown? By the way, thanks everybody for all the thumbs up. 13, good number. Unlike some people, it doesn't freak me out. Uh-oh. All right, Zippy. So here's the rule with card making. The people who don't want it, the people who don't appreciate your art, eat a bug. I'm not saying that they aren't good people or that but they don't deserve it. And then you don't have to send them anything. And I get cards. I actually love that some of the stuff I get is not at all a style I would choose, like, or that I would personally do, because it challenges me. And then I see that there are things out there that I do like that I didn't even know I liked. If that makes any sense. That probably sounds completely stupid, but girl, if you do photography and you make cards, like, first of all, you can do it straight with your photography, or you can drop that crap into, not crap. Please don't ever, the way I talk, that is not meant to mean your art is crap. It is just the stuff that you do. Drop it into Canva and pimp it out and turn it into a printable or whatever. And people will eat that up. So, well, girl, tell me anything you need to start out, because I am down. I'm not downsizing so much as trying to find a surface in here on which I can work. And like I said, were you here earlier when I was going through? I ended up with a really nice 1950s dictionary, and I have more than one. So if you need dictionary pages, just give me a nod, and I'll send you some. How hard is Canva to use? Everything I think like that is a matter of, are you willing to deal with the whatever learning curve? If you have a struggle with your learning curve, Isaac, my son, said he hates it because when he first tried to use it, it wasn't like whatever he was used to, but now he loves it. I started on my phone and it wasn't too bad. When I use it on my computer, it's a lot better. And what I did was, instead of just trying to wing it, like, I went and found some tutorials, like, I put how to, add an element or how to do whatever. And that way I wasn't just necessarily winging it. So, because we all learn differently. Like, some of us, it's trial and error, works just fine. Some of us then throw our mouse across the room, and then you got to buy a new mouse, and that's not worth it. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, the space issue thing, like, I don't know. Oh, so you knew how to work Canvas, Photoshop. So, well, I never use Photoshop, but I have used Procreate, and I have a Cricut, so I've used Design Space. So some of that transfers over. And I mean, it really is just a matter of, don't go in and try to do a project you just love, 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 and can't live without as your first project, because then when you're like trying to fix it and it doesn't come out right. The first thing I did with Canva was I took photos of roses in my garden, and then I just practiced making them background papers. It was before I knew you could just go Google roses, but it is still cool when they're yours for your own photos. But girl, yeah. And if you need help, like, jump on a live and we'll hash it out. I don't mind. I mean, worst case scenarios, we both end up cussing, and I'm not monetized. So what are they going to do? Take away my birthday? So no, not really. But like, I mean, because sometimes things don't work the way you want them to work. But when that happens, you learn what not to do or what not to try. And then you know what to go search, Canva, how to not throw your mouse across a room. Oh, heck yeah, Victorian wall art, like as a Canva thing or photography. Do you have a Ko-Fi yet? Coffee, Ko-Fi, B-Fi, whatever it is Pam says. Which, by the way, we got 4 minutes, guys, before we get hijacked. Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's a heck of a thing, because like the number of the hunt, finding stuff at a thrift shop or whatever. But sometimes just being able to Google wallpaper and getting wallpaper that you like because it's digital is a heck of a thing. Everybody, who cares if everybody does them? Yours are going to be different. Pull them into Canva after you AI them, or use Canva, the AI on Canva, and put your own spin on it. Use, like I said, use photos you've taken and slide them into the background for like lighten the transparency. And then nobody else ever has them just like yours. Like, and the reality is, like, the freebies I threw up when I was that sounds horrible. When I did those couple of things, just so people who didn't have what the front cover or whatever could use them, people downloaded them, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to sell a million like my Porch Prince does or whatever. You just have to have fun making it. And if you make a few dollars, like, don't go out and spend $1 million to make $2, unless it's just, let's be honest about how much money I've spent on paper before I say that. But yeah, it's just have fun and see what you're good at. And there's no competition. Like, it doesn't matter what other people have or haven't done. Do Zippy. I definitely don't think I'd make anything like this kind of stuff. My superpower is being able to take care of animals. And this is what I do to unwind from. You're a purist. And I don't even know what raw batch processing is. So you're definitely lost me on that one. You said that, and I just pictured, since the photography thing, I took a photography class back in the day when we had a dark room. That's aging myself, isn't it? It's funny. My dogs are being quiet, but now the neighbors' dogs have something to say. Yeah, I have an Instagram. It's Cheryl. Hold on. Let me look. I think it's Cheryl Workman, and that sounds like I have like a lot of names, but I got married and don't know that I ever changed my name on there. No, Chez Groomer. CHEZ. Hold on. All right. The reason you're struggling putting your head around ephemera is we use the word wrong. We have changed what is basically, I'm trying to think what word you would use, accessories to mean ephemera. And ephemera is, in real life, it means something that is fleeting. And therefore, it was like the tickets you got at something or other. So they should be basically trash or go away, but they don't, because we use them in our journals now. By the way, we're heading over to Pam's now because Pam's partying. But before, this is the card I made for Bitty Pitty's husband. So anyway, go to Pam's. I'll see you there. Bye. Hugs.